guys. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for joining us for another Queen Beaders Beading with Friends this afternoon. My name is Trish Amber, and this is Miss Amber Scott. And we are here today to have some fun. We're going to be working on a fun. Hi, Sai.
I'm live.
Going to be working on
Trish says hi.
a fun jump ring bracelet that I've learned recently. So I wanted to share that with everyone. So it's going to be super fun. I'll show you what we need in just a moment, but let's catch up a little bit here. Amber has had another busy week. Amber's had another busy week as I have been still on elderly dog duty. So hi, Sandy. Welcome in, honey. Welcome in. So I've still been on elderly dog duty. So as we were discussing prior to the live, I've been pretty bored. Thank goodness for my beads. That's all I got to say. How about you, Amber? What have you been up to this week?
We had the end of the year basketball banquet.
Nice.
We had,
and that was for JL. She did great.
That was, she got the coaches award. And she got ranked 4th in our district, like all the schools.
Oh, wow.
For character.
That's great.
So, but they only picked the top one. But hey, 4th out of all the schools.
Yeah.
Is pretty good.
Yes, it is.
So yeah.
Congrats to her.
That was last night. Yeah, I'm just teaching art and stuff. We're finishing up our watercolor paintings, and
nice, fun stuff. Yeah. Oh, Sandy says congrats as well. Don't forget, guys, give us a thumbs up and share us out. We always appreciate that. So this jump ring bracelet that I'm going to be working on today, I'm going to try to get you guys the name of the lady that my friend learned it off of so we can give credit where credit's due. But my friend Gloria is the one who showed me how to make these. And I've been working on them off and on for a while now. And they're really nice because you can really change them up just with the colors and what you put in the middle of it. They're pretty easy. They're good for beginners, but for an advanced person, you could also do more with it to kind of bring it up a few notches for sure. So I'm going to turn my camera around here and show you guys what I have going on here, unless Amber has something she wants to add.
Oh, I was just getting ready to type what you're going to use into the chat so everybody has it.
Oh, cool. Thank you, honey. Thank
you.
So
while you're talking, I was just going to. So I thought I'm just posed and ready. Oh, hello. Hi. It's Silas back upstairs. Go. What are you doing? Yes, my office is in the central part of the house here. So, yeah. Well, not central, but everybody comes in this way. And Sandy, so glad that you're with us. Make sure you grab a whole bunch of jump rings and some seed beads and such, and get ready to make this fun bracelet with Trish. Go on, bud.
Here we go.
So, alrighty.
Whoop, you take care of that part because I'm not good at the flipping and flopping. Just that removing myself. Okay, guys. So reality TV. LOL.
That's so true.
I'm all closed up in my room today. The most you'll hear is maybe some dog barking. So it's a nice change of pace for me. That's for sure. So this is going to be the style bracelet that we're making here. I have a check glass flower in the middle here and some premium crystals on here as well. These are 4mm crystals, and then we're going to be using 6mm seed beads, and we're going to need 10mm jump rings and 5mm jump rings and a clasp. And that's really all you're going to need to make this piece. I have a check glass flower in the middle. The next one, the one I'm going to be making right now, I'm going to put a check glass heart in the center of it because it coordinates. And I have
the size of those seed beads again?
The seed beads are 6mm.
Thank you.
Yes. And the jump rings are 10 millimeter and 5 millimeter. Now, with your jump ring situation, we have experimented, myself and my friend Gloria, with different sizes of jump rings. The trick is, if you're using a 6 millimeter jump ring, you want to use a 6 millimeter seed bead, you want to use a 5 millimeter jump ring. And the reason for that is you want it to be one size down from the beads, so the beads aren't sliding through that jump ring, because those jump rings are what's linking your bracelet together. And it is much, much nicer if you don't have your beads sliding through there. So whatever size you decide to do, so say if you wanted to do some 8 millimeter jump or 8 millimeter seed beads, I can't get words out tonight. 8 millimeter seed beads, you're going to want to get 7 millimeter or 6 millimeter jump rings for linking them. You can still use the 10 if you want to for your to put your beads on. You'll have more beads than we do. We have 6 on each loop here. But that's the trick, is just making sure you're sizing down your connection jump rings here. Okay. So let's get started on our project here. So I've just gotten some of our 6 millimeter, these are just Tohos and check glass. I can give you a word of warning on the check glass. The holes seem smaller on those to me than the Miyuki and the Tohos. So if you like these are stainless steel jump rings that I just had. They're thinner gauge, so they'll fit through. But, I like my Bead Nova jump rings, and I have some 10 millimeter Bead Novas, and they're a thicker gauge. So the pink ones will fit on from the Toho, but the check glass won't. So just kind of be aware of that when you're getting ready to put your piece together. It depends on the beads that you use. The Tohos and the Miyuki seem to be consistent enough that I can put them on the heavier gauge, but the check is consistent, but the holes are smaller. Okay. So all we're going to start with now is we're just going to pick up one of our 10 millimeter jump rings. I have my chain nose plier and my tweezer nose pliers here, but you can use, if you like to use jump ring openers with, you slide them on your finger, they're little rings, you can certainly do that. I just prefer my tweezer pliers, and I always grab on the right side with my tweezer plier up toward where the opening is in the jump rings. So when I open them up, just like that, I can still hold on to it while I add on my seed beads. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it the same way I did this one. I'm going to do solid colors on each ring, just vary them, excuse me. So, but you can mix your colors up on your rings as well. That would be super pretty. But it's just the process for this part is sliding on 660 seed beads. And I'm just moving my plier up to the tip top of this so I can make sure and get all my seed beads on. So when I'm ready to close, I still have a hold of my jump ring. Okay. So we got 4, 5, and 6. I got ahead of myself, not 6 yet. There we go, 6. So what you can see, those fit on there. I'm still holding on to the one side of the jump ring, and I'm just going to use my fingers and just close this, because I can with these jump rings, and it just makes my life a little easier, just having one plier and using my fingers for the closure part. Okay, so you just want to make sure, as always, you get your jump ring nice and close. And I'll tell you when we go to hook them together how I like to hook them together, but we'll get to that. So again, I'm just going to grab the top of my 10 millimeter jump ring, open it up, and you want to give it enough of an opening that you can slide those beads on easily. Yeah, it does kind of remind me of a daisy chain bracelet, doesn't it?
Yeah, Sandy, that's true.
So I'm just putting on my check glass ones now. And I like to get all my rings done and then add my jump rings.
That's a great idea.
But that's preference. So whatever you like. And then this is to fit my 7-inch wrist, and it gives me a little bit of room. So I have 6 loops on either side of the piece that I made in the middle, which is, that piece is a little over an inch long, where I did the check glass and the crystals. So if you need it a little bigger, add some more. If you need it a little smaller, take 2 away, or whatever you need to do there for that. It can be a little fiddly if you don't have steady hands like I don't, but
Me too.
I've just gotten some practice, so it makes it a little easier once you get practice to get them put onto the ring quicker. Okay. All right.
And you said 6 on a ring?
Yes.
Give or take?
No, 6. 6 millimeter is 6 on a 10 millimeter jump ring. That's how many you'll need. Because you have to have room to close it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So if you put another one on there, you won't have anywhere to grab to close it down.
We don't want that. That would be bad.
For sure. Yeah, I've tried a few different ways, and this just seems to be what works.
Great.
But I have tried 8-ohs too, and you can get more on. But like I said, you got to make sure and get the smaller jump rings for the connections. Okay. So we're just going to work on adding these. Are you working on one too, Amber?
I am.
Nice.
Do I close it up once I get the beads on?
Yeah. Yep. Close.
Okay.
Yeah, you close your 10 millimeter loops. Once you put the beads on, close them down, and then you can add your 5 millimeter jump rings once you're connecting everything together.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
3, 4, 5. Let's add one more. I always like this bright pink and turquoise together.
Oh, yeah. They're beautiful.
I thought they were cute. And then I had this beautiful check glass heart that has the pink and the turquoise in it both. Let me drop this other light down. That'll help. Always forget to do that. There we go. It's a little better.
Oh, a little brighter. Yeah.
All right, so 10 millimeter. And we're on to another pink. Three. And 5. And I need to put one more. Okay. And you can see it comes together relatively quick. At least the loops with the beads on too. So we've already got 5 there, and I have to get one more on the side.
Okay.
But I've made quite a few, so I'm kind of used to putting the seed beads on, but they can, like I said, it can be fiddly when you're first doing it because of the way you have to hold the seed bead. But so 3, 4, 5.
Now I'm just sharing the Facebook here.
Okay. Okay. So we have one side here. All our loops made for that. And then we're going to start with pink. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Open up your jump ring. Always make sure you're opening front to back with your jump rings, guys, if I didn't say that. If there's any beginners in here, that's one of the best tricks you can learn is opening a jump ring correctly.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. There is our next one. Well, you're awful quiet today, Amber.
I'm sorry, I'm just focused on sharing to a different location. Sorry.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't mean to be quiet.
Oh, that's okay. We're usually into our conversations by now.
Yeah, that's true. Yep. No, and I guess I'm tired, so.
Yeah, we hear you. Okay.
Yeah.
But you can
Kids
see
have spring break next week, so that should be good.
Yes. Everybody will get a little break.
Yeah, so it should be fun. Sandy, what are you working on? And whoever else is joining us, what are you working on? Why, Trish counts.
5,6,842.
6,843. I'm using could only find I had 6 O's, a John Bead check mix, and I can definitely see what you're saying. Like, it's a very pretty mix, but the holes are definitely on the smaller side.
Yeah, and I'm not sure why that is with check glass. If anybody knows, let us know. But like I said, the Miyuki and the Tohos worked perfectly. These were a gift from my Jules. She sent me the last time I did work for her. She said she had one tube left, so she sent them to me. She goes, I just knew who had to have those.
Aw, she's so sweet.
Yes, she is. So right now, I'm just filling with my jump ring because it's not laying quite the way that I want it to. Just making sure everything's straight and nice and closed.
Nice. And how many of those did you make?
For the 7-inch wrist, I have 6 on both sides, and then you're going to have a centerpiece. Now, if you don't want a centerpiece, then you're probably going to need to add 2 or 3 more if you have a 7-inch wrist.
Okay.
If you have a smaller wrist, you could do 5 and 5. And it depends how big you make your centerpiece. You know, if you don't want to put that in, you'd probably need like 3 more loops, 3 more hoops, if you just want that.
Nice, yeah.
So.
Sandy says she's working on a ladder stitch bracelet with fringe, a design made by Anna's Potomac Beads.
Oh, nice. Love me some
Yeah,
Potomac beads.
I'll have to check that out. That sounds cool.
They have some gorgeous seed bead designs.
Oh my goodness, yes.
They're all so talented over there with that. It's crazy. I saw a pair of earrings that, oh my gosh, I can't think of her name. What is wrong?
I don't know.
The main lady that's over there.
Oh yeah, Allison.
Allison, yeah, I think that's what her name is. And she was making on what color are the seed beads so I can order them. Thanks. Hi, Diane. Well, I'll tell you the ones that I have here are I'm using a Toho, and this color is called Silver Lined Milky Hot. So this
And they're from Jewel Loom, right?
These are, but I don't know that Jules carries these anymore. You can check, but if not, I'm sure you can find them elsewhere, maybe. But yeah, these were originally from the Jewel Loom website, and I have a link in the description, my Linktree. You can just click on that and head on over to Jewel Loom. And then these are just some check glass. This is an opaque turquoise, but you could use, whatever opaque turquoise that you liked. Allie, that's right. Sandy says. So what I was saying at the beginning, Diane, I'm not sure if you were here. I don't know if you can tell, probably, but the Tohos and the Miyukis seem to have a larger hole in them than the check glass. So make sure when you're choosing your 10 millimeter jump ring for your 6 millimeter seed beads to go on, that the check glass will go onto them. I have a favorite jump ring that I use, and it's the Bead Nova ones that I get off Amazon. And the ones that I got have a wider gauge to them. So just be careful when you're doing that. Just check your beads before you get started and get disappointed. So hopefully, you can kind of tell then. It looks like I need to do one more. And
I'm using 6 O's from John Bead.
There you go. Yeah. And those are Miyuki or check, because I know they do both. Check. Okay.
This one's the check one.
Okay.
This one's called Blue Retro. I just
that's
like
cool.
It's like blues and greens. I just love that's.
Oh yes, the mixes are really nice for this project. They come out really cute. You don't have to just use solid beads. I have those jump rings from the beautiful goddess bracelet you made. Oh, perfect! Look at you go.
Yeah, you could definitely use those. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, and if you have 6 O's laying around, Diane, you could definitely use those as well.
Yes.
So
sometimes you got to shop your stash, right?
Exactly. That's what I did. And I'm actually using 12 millimeter because it's a similar problem you were talking about. My other ones, the seed beads weren't fitting on. So
okay, your gauges were too large.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just went with the 12. I'm like, it's okay. It's a little bigger.
Hey, whatever works. Just make sure that your connecting jump rings are smaller than your seed bead that you use. And that's really the only thing that really will affect. And if you're using larger jump rings, you won't need as many rings either.
Oh, right. That makes sense.
Because it's bigger. So what we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to work on connecting our jump rings together with more jump rings. Now, in this design, I have used 2 on each. That seems to fit perfectly between the 6 and kind of keep everything even on both sides. And these are 5 millimeter, as I said earlier. So we're just going to start. I'm going to take one of our 5s, open it front to back. And I always try to make sure that I don't put my jump ring on the opening of the large jump ring. Okay, if you understand what I'm saying, I want to go for a solid part of my jump ring to hook these 5s into, not right over where the crack is where they connect on the 10. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to look here and make sure I get, here's the opening. So I'm going to slide those. So so I take one jump ring and hook 2 loops together. Okay, just like so. And then I'm going to pick up another 5. And then I'm just going to hook that onto the same ring to start with, and then beside the other jump ring on the second loop.
Diane, what are you making lately? Or what are you making while we're chit-chatting here?
So that gives you your connection between each beaded jump ring. All right, so we're just going to continue on with that. Okay. Make sure we're in the right place on the next jump ring. We are. And then pick up one of our pink ones. Link that on. Yeah, I guess I've been all about the jump rings lately in my projects.
Yeah, you have.
I don't know. They're very versatile. You can make a lot of things with them.
I appreciate you showing, I mean, I think the outside the box use of jump rings.
Yeah, I mean, we all have those on hand usually, so. I have a pair of jump ring earrings I want to make eventually too. I just don't want to burn everybody out. So.
Oh, you can't burn us out.
So I'm just continuing to hook.
Oh, you're just watching. Okay.
Our pieces together.
You know, Trish probably could put together a kit for you, Diane, with all the pieces.
Well, I don't know that I have enough of this.
PB.
Well, I have lots of 6mm, but this particular color I don't. Yeah. No, I only have 1 tube of those. Yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't able to do this into a kit.
Aw.
But that's okay. Oops, wrong one. I would need to put another one on this side. Yeah, because the original one I did was with the turquoise and the brown, and I ran out of brown. I still have a few left, but that's why I chose to do a different color. Also, these are my 2 favorite colors, pink and turquoise. So.
Sandy has a great question. Huh?
What gauge are my rings? That is a great question. I am not sure what these are. These are some stainless steel 10mm that I got. I'm going to guess. Let's see. I'll give you my best educated guess. How about that? So here's a 20 gauge wire. So it looks like it's about a 20 gauge. And I don't know. I guess these are 18s. They do look quite a bit thicker. These Bead Novas that I got.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, those look quite a bit thicker. So, definitely those are 20, and these ones I got from Bead Nova were 18. Okay. I wasn't paying attention, although I normally do prefer thicker jump rings for projects.
I do too.
But 20 gauges are nice. They're very versatile too.
For something like this, definitely.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can even make your own jump rings with, if you have a mandrel, you can certainly make your own. I've done that. Okay, so
definitely.
And like I said, the 18s would fit through the Tohos and Mayukis no problem, just not through the check. So, again, I'm just making sure I'm not on the crack of the 10mm jump ring, guys.
That's so true, Sandy. So true.
Yes, that's true. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, the thicker the gauge, the harder they are.
I like, and this is so random, but I like 16mm, like 4 or 5 gauge, or 4 or 5mm jump rings for certain things, because they're super solid. So say if you're going to hook on your clasp to something, you know, they hold a lot better than a thinner jump ring would.
Oh, yeah.
Because, you know, even like 22 gauge jump rings, sometimes if you pull enough on, some of them, they'll just straighten out, you know, so you have to.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of times I'll just go for 16 or 18 gauge and the smallest I can find.
Yeah, I like them like that too. Like they
Yeah.
feel solid. Like nothing. And it takes a lot of effort to open them, but
Yeah.
they're not going anywhere.
Right. Right. Especially if you have like a heavier piece made fully of crystals, or like me, I do my multimedia jewelry, where I put all kinds of everything on my necklaces and stuff. Got to be solid.
Yes. Solid as a rock. And we won't sing anymore.
No. We don't want to get
banned.
Yes, or knocked off our live.
That would be bad.
That would. Okay. So one more jump ring on this side. We're doing great on time, so that's wonderful.
Yeah. This seems like a pretty another quick project put together, but.
Well, we still have to make our center, but yeah, it's pretty decently quick to put together. That's what I like. I like projects that look harder than they actually are. Who's with me on that one?
Yeah. Well, and I'm wearing my bracelet from last week.
Oh, pretty. Yes. I didn't get a chance to make mine yet, but that's on my list of to-dos.
And I just put a magnet clasp on this one. So.
Oh, fun. Yes, magnetic clasps are wonderful.
The bomb. Especially with arthritis in the fingers.
Yes. Thebomb.com. I had my I think I must have left it downstairs. I have one of my Swarovski bracelets on, and it has a rhinestone magnetic clasp on it that I love. But I took it off because I thought everybody's going to be distracted by that. Oh, Robin's here. Hello, Trish and Amber and everyone. Sorry I'm late. Glad you were feeling better, Trish. Thank you so much, Robin, and I am. It's been a rough
so glad you're here, Robin.
For a while, but coming around.
Woohoo! We'll take it.
Yes.
Yeah, Robin, I put in the chat. I started what we're using, what materials we're using. If you want to hop in, or if you want to just sit and work on what you have, tell us what you're working on this week, or did work on this week. It's Friday.
It is Friday. Day job.
Jig.
She's at her day job.
Oh,
I hear you. I used to have to work one of those myself, dear. So I hear you.
So what are you going to work on this weekend then, Robin?
I was always at my job sneaking in and watching Candy Cooper. During the day, I'd have her on and put my earbud in. I'm like, nobody sees anything. I don't know. It's nothing happening here. Keep walking.
Candy's cool.
Yeah. She is. I enjoy her. And she's very wonderful for design. I mean, I don't know where she gets all her ideas, but also I just love her stories. There's always something that she has a story about, so it's always fun. So we're getting there. Let's put jump rings. Oops, wrong place. There we go. And I'm just dividing these so I have 3 on either side, like I said. I'm making sure I'm not over the opening of the other jump ring, in case you're joining us later.
It does go quicker as you go along. I'm able to put the beads on quicker.
Yes. Yeah, you kind of get used to it. Your dexterity, adjusts, kind of, I guess. Because I was a real fiddler when I first started making these. I was like, how to get... Yeah. But just like anything, practice makes perfect, right? Or makes near perfect.
Practice makes better.
There you go. Oh, look at that, Amber. Robin says, I think I'm going to try my hand at a loom ring.
Ooh!
I saw you on YouTube video, Amber, a couple years ago.
Oh, fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, we could totally do another one on here. That would be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember when you made your ring on Jewel School.
Nice. I like looming rings.
Yes. I was just thinking here recently, I haven't loomed in a long time. I need to get back to it.
I know, it's so calming.
I've just been working on other projects and
Yes.
doing other jobs and
If you don't know what we're talking about, click. Oop, I lost my earpiece.
uh-oh. It's getting crazy over there, guys. Look out.
Sorry about that. Dropped my earpiece on the floor.
These things
Anyways, if you don't know what we're talking about, Jewel Loom, she has some really fun stuff you can make, and you can click on Trish's link and check out what she's got over there. She has all kinds of fun stuff.
Oh, of course, my last one's being fiddly. Okay, let's get this closed.
Now, are you putting 2 jump rings on each one?
I'm putting two jump rings between each 10 millimeter. I'm putting 2 5s to link them. Only just for the look of it. I think it looks nicer that way.
Yeah. I like the look of it. I was just double checking my eyes were not deceiving me.
And I'm going to go over here. I'm going to grab a clasp.
No worries, Robin.
Of course, I have like 100 in a bag here.
Oh my. Yeah, you do.
Well, God bless Jesse James Beads. That's all I have to say. They keep me in business with clasps and beads.
Yes. I'm still putting my seed beads on, but
that's the one I want, I think. I like that one. I like all of them. They're all pretty, but... And you could definitely do a magnetic clasp on this as well, guys, just like you can do on any bracelet. If that's
I like the magnetic.
Mm-hmm.
Just make sure you're using an aluminum chain as a safety catch.
Right.
And then they don't stick to the knife.
Yep. That's a good reminder on that.
Oh, my head was in my camera. See my gray hair? My bad.
Well, hey, whatever. We all got it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, guys, I have my clasp here ready when I'm ready for it. I'm going to make my little center bar piece. Again, this is optional. Oh, my voice cracked. This is optional. So I've done my loops. A teenager again. This is optional in the center, but I like how it looks, how it sits on the top of the wrist. But you could certainly just do rings in there if you want to just extend your rings and just have all rings. You could certainly do that. But I'm going to teach you how to do a centerpiece. I'm just going to take some 20 gauge wire here, guys. Snip that. And I'm just warming it up with my fingers a little bit. And I'm going to trim the other end off that's kind of wonky here. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make myself a simple loop on one end. Whereas I'm just going to bend our wire down. I guess I bent a little bit too much, so I want to trim some of that off. Just like so.
What and then I'm just wire do you have, honey?
This is 20 gauge wire. Yep. Okay. And then we're just going to grab the end so the wire is not poking through on our round nose, and we're just going to roll that back onto itself, just like so. So you get like a lollipop effect, okay? Make sure I got that where it needs to be. Make sure it's centered. And there is one end for you. So now at this point, you just decide, what do I want to put on my center as far as crystals, seed beads. I'm going to use some 4mm crystals that I have here that coordinate well. And I'm just going to do 2 on each side just to keep a smaller section. I think it's looks nicer with a little bit smaller of a bracelet or a section in the middle. If it gets too long, it just doesn't look right to me anyway.
Yeah.
So keep it relatively short, inch and a quarter, inch and a half, something like that. Okay. My advice. All right. So again, I'm just making sure my loop is good. And I'm going to go ahead and put on one of my turquoise 4mm and one of my pink 4mm. And then I'm going to add this Gorgioso check glass heart that's pink and turquoise.
Hubba.
I know. I have 2, and I was going to make earrings, and I'm like, okay, no, I have to use it on this project.
It's beautiful.
Isn't it stunning? Yeah. I'm a
Where'd
hoarder.
That one come from?
Jill Wiseman, actually.
Oh, wow. Okay.
From my friend Gloria, but she bought it from Jill Wiseman. Yeah, she gave me a lot of the hearts and stuff she got there.
Nice.
I am a hoarder of my check hearts and check flowers and all that.
Oh, I know. Me too. I have a hard time using them.
So I'm just going to, once I get those crystals on there as an accent, I'm just going to bend our wire down at the top of the crystal there. And then I'm just going to trim it to be a little less than 1/4 inch. Okay. And same thing as we did before. I'm just going to take my pliers and roll that back so we get a simple loop on both sides. And I like to make sure mine's snug because I don't like my beads bebopping around on the, like having loose space in between it, for lack of a better term.
Bebopping.
Bebopping. My 80s child is showing. So, and then I'm just going to open up the loop on one side of my accent piece that I've made. And I'm going to make sure I'm in the center with 3 beads on either side. And I'm going to hook that into one end and close it. Okay, just making sure everything's nice and closed up there. And then we're going to take the other piece of bracelet that we made, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to open this side up and connect that in between the 3 on both sides. And close it. Okay, so then you have your centerpiece in your bracelet. And to me, I just think that just really makes a pop,
It is
Love it.
beautiful.
Love it. So all we have to do now, guys, is simply add our clasp. And I'm just going to take and use some of my 5mm jump rings that I have handy here. And I'm going to use 2 jump rings on each side, just so I have some flexibility with my clasp, because a lot of times your bar clasp won't fit through the other end, the circle end, if you don't have enough jump rings there to give you that leeway. Okay, so I'm going to give myself a couple on either side. Not required on the open side necessarily, but I like consistency, so I'm doing that.
You consistent? Never.
Yeah. It's weird because of the kind of art I create most of the time is off balance, and different. But I also like things to be, I guess, the way I want it. Say that, I guess, rather than consistent. So I like things to look good and balanced, just like everybody else. So we're just going to add the other side on here as well. We're going to put 2 jump rings. Oh, thank you, Robin. Oh, thank you, Diana. Everybody's loving it. Thank you, Sandy.
Aww.
Oh, thank you so much.
It
Yeah,
is
I'm
very
digging the
cute.
pink, the bright pink and the turquoise together. I always
Who's your
say
favorite?
I'm going to make pieces with it, but end up, not doing it. So I was really fun. I was glad I found these fun beads in my stash for sure.
Yeah, so if you're making projects along with us, last week I made this bracelet out of the Potomac bead box from February. But yeah, please share your creations in our Queen Beaders group. We would really love to see what you guys come up with.
Yeah, absolutely. Diane, you had said, did you make a goddess bracelet? I'd love to see that in the Queen Beaders group if you would like to. No pressure, but if you'd like to.
Oh yes, Sandy, you could definitely tuck Trish's into an Easter basket. I've got the grass. Mine's green. You have Easter eggs.
I just cannot. I mean, the colors I like. They're very Eastery usually, but
Oh yeah.
there it is, guys. There is our finished project. I am loving it. Loving
That is
it.
Beautiful, honey.
And then this is our, if you want to go a more not so bright direction, you could use the turquoise and brown. It's whatever you like, or use whatever colors sing to you.
Yes.
But I think that's an awful fun project and a simple enough project that would be a great present to tuck in an Easter basket, or, give one of your friends or your mom or whoever for
oh my goodness, yeah.
Easter. And that's coming up quicker than we think. It's March
Last
this year,
weekend.
right? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so just so you're aware, we're still every Friday except for the last Friday of the month.
Yes.
Because that's Easter weekend.
Yeah.
So
we'll be celebrating with our
yes,
families.
definitely Tucson vibe, Sandy. Yes, definitely.
Oh, this one, yeah. One of
so Easter
I
weekend.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, honey.
No, you're good.
No, but my dream is to one day go to Tucson. I would love that so much. Oh my gosh, that would be fantastic. But living in Pennsylvania, that might be a bit of a pipe dream. But we have
one day we will make it there.
Yes, we have Bead Fest in Lancaster, so we'll take that. We'll take that for sure.
Very thankful that they come here. Yes.
Yes.
And it's not too far for us to get to.
Right, and I hope you can make it this year. That would be awesome.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I have my surgeries coming up.
So. Yes, so we'll just play it by ear, but I can always hope.
Yeah. So, I know I've missed the last 2?
Yeah.
Something?
Yeah. It's not been the same. It's so pretty. In Tucson, Diane says.
Oh, is it?
Oh, I
bet
imagine.
You it did.
Yeah.
I lived in Tucson for a short period of time.
Did you?
I did. That's I did my internship there at the Arizona School for the Deaf and Blind.
Oh, cool.
I had once wanted to live out there. So what better way than, do your internship out there, and it is gorgeous. It's a whole different kind of beauty than we have here.
Yeah.
But it was just so far from everything I knew.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah, that'd be hard. So guys, I'm looking here and I have, I'm sorry, did I interrupt you, Amber?
Oh, no worries. I was done.
I'm looking here and I had a few extra rings made here. I'm just thinking, how cute would it be if you took 3 rings on each side and then made a little dangle with check hearts to match your bracelet.
Oh,
How cute
yeah,
that would be, you know?
definitely.
I'll just lay this out here so we can kind of see what that would be. Add a few more crystals into it. I mean, I'd like to even see a little necklace made like this. I think that would be adorable
Oh,
too.
that would be fun.
Yeah. So just have your loops and then add your little heart at the bottom with some crystals or something.
Oh, I
You
like, I
know?
like, I like. Yeah.
That'd be something fun to do. Or you could do it pink, turquoise, pink.
Mm,
You could have two different asymmetrical type. That'd be fun. That
yeah.
I've been doing that a lot lately too with earrings. I don't mind wearing two different types of earrings that coordinate. And I've
Oh, yeah.
seen like a lot of designers are doing that now too.
Must be the thing. You're
Yes,
the thing.
earrings, Sandy. Wouldn't that be cute? Like I've seen Betsy Johnson's. Her earrings are
Oh,
like
yeah.
are where there's one thing on top and one thing on the bottom, and then it's flip flopped on the other ear. And you know me and Betsy. So.
I know. I was just at TJ Maxx the other day, and I was looking for Betsy for you, but they didn't have anything.
No. Well, it seems
I
like I've
know.
been having better luck at TJ Maxx than Marshalls here.
We don't have Marshalls. We have Ross and TJ Maxx. Yeah.
They had a couple pair last time I was there at Marshalls, but they weren't my favorites. So
Yeah.
I am going to go ahead and turn my camera around, guys.
Oh, I don't hear her anymore. Is it just me? Where'd she go? Oh, right. She takes it out. Here,
Can
I'll
you
go
hear
get
me
it.
now?
Now I can hear you.
Okay, so I'm just going to take myself out for a second and I'll be right back.
Okay. And I'll flip. I'm trying to find color. Like, what is Amber doing there? I'm just kind of puttying here. I'm trying to find
There we go.
the right size jump ring. Mine are just slightly too big. Oh well. Let me flip me around here. Might just have to go with it. I was saying my jump rings are just slightly too big. But I don't
Robin
think
says,
I can't
yes,
find
those would be
smaller ones.
great earrings to go with the bracelet. So fun. Thanks, Robin. So you're struggling with your jump rings that you have there.
Yeah.
So let's hear about what's going on, just so we can use it as a learning experience, okay?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't get to go and make sure I had the right size jump rings before our show.
Right.
I just grabbed my stash, and
Right.
I haven't been able to find small, like, yeah, like all the ones that I have, I went with gold,
Okay.
and all the gold ones I have are just slightly bigger than the beads, so the beads are sliding through them.
Oh, gotcha,
which is sad. So I might just have to buy some smaller rings.
Smaller jump rings, or like if you have some number 2 seed beads. I know that you had gotten me some of those. I have a few of those. You could use the bigger jump rings then with the number 2 seed beads because they're bigger.
Yeah.
On the jump ring, you'd only need a couple, probably. Just something to play with, an idea.
Yeah, I just didn't want to undo all my work, all the seed beads I put on.
Don't blame you. I feel it. I feel your pain, girl. I feel your pain.
Like, how can I improve on this?
So I guess that's it for today, unless Amber's going to share. If you're not you're not at a point yet.
This is right. Look that.
Pretty color. Pretty color.
Thanks. I like the colors.
I like it. I like it. Well,
yeah, no, I'll just post a picture or share it next week.
Sounds awesome, girl.
Yeah, so we are live next week, friends. Make sure you like, comment, share, bring your friend along next week.
Yeah, for sure.
I will be coming up with a project. I haven't decided yet. I will come up with something springy.
Hey, it'll be good. It'll be good.
Yes,
for sure.
Yes. Yeah, and then so we have 3 more in December. March. And we will not be live Easter weekend, but maybe we can put up a past video. that you guys can
I can't
enjoy.
believe myself that we probably could do that. But
Yeah.
May will be 1 year for my knees already.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. That's crazy. Oh
It
my
is.
goodness.
That went
Oh, my
fast.
dad's home, by the way.
Oh, good, good, good.
My dad had to have his knee surgery resurgery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hopefully that doesn't happen to you.
Lord
willing.
Don't talk about it.
Knock on wood.
God has been good. God has been good. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for stopping in and sharing some time with us today. As always, it's super fun. And we'll see you next week with Amber's Fun Project. See you guys.
Great.
All right.
Bye,
Bye, guys.